Hey everyone, so let's talk about artificial intelligence. We all know it's not just some fancy new tool, right? It's completely reshaping entire industries. And today, we're zeroing in on a super critical role that's right at the heart of all this change, IT leadership. We're going to explore how that role has to evolve to really steer this transformation. Okay, so before we dive in, just a quick note, this explainer series is all about outlining the current and, potential job responsibilities for common roles in a typical IT department as companies start bringing in AI. We'll also be identifying some of the specific skills that employees need to start developing to get ready for what's coming. Now, this is all based on a really detailed report from Virtualization Options LLC, which goes into way more detail than we can cover here. And that really brings us to the biggest question of the day, doesn't it? As AI starts to handle all the routine operational stuff, who's left to guide the big picture? Who's going to architect the future? This right here is the new challenge, and honestly, the huge new opportunity for IT leaders. To really get a grip on where we're going, we first have to take a look at where we've been. So let's start with that classic role of an IT director, the guardian of the systems. For decades, this has been the IT director's world, revolving around these key pillars. We're talking managing servers, watching over security, leading the team, making sure the help desk is running. The main goal? Keep everything stable and reliable. Basically, just keep the lights on. Now check this out. This number should really make any leader stop and think. The report we're looking at says that a staggering 85% of a traditional IT director's time is eaten up by purely technical and operational issues. I mean, think about that for a second. That leaves just 15% for everything else. And the kind of work they're doing is even more revealing. A full 60% of their effort is reactive. It's all about maintaining what's already there, putting out fires, and just responding to problems as they pop up. That's not steering the ship. That's just running around patching leaks. There's almost no time to look up at the horizon. So here's the bottom line. This traditional model, which worked great for its time, is really starting to hit its limits. It's so manual, it's always on the back foot, and it just doesn't have the predictive power you need in today's world. And these limitations, they're exactly what AI is perfectly positioned to solve. So what's the alternative? Well, we're seeing this massive shift away from being a hands-on manager to becoming a high-level strategic orchestrator. And this isn't just a simple title change, it's a complete reimagining of where the role's value comes from. This side-by-side comparison just makes the change so incredibly clear. Over on the left, you've got the old playbook, watching over manual tasks, reacting to problems. But on the right, that's the new AI-enabled model. Operations are automated, the system can actually predict and stop issues before they happen, and it's all driven by self-learning systems. What a difference. And here is the big payoff. By automating all that reactive work, the time an IT leader has for strategic thinking jumps a lot. We're talking from 25% up to 40%. This is now time you can dedicate to innovation, to transformation, to creating real business value, not just maintaining the status quo. And the impact on just being effective, it's massive. With AI handling all the complex data crunching and modeling different scenarios, leadership can make big strategic decisions 3 times faster. In the market today, that kind of speed isn't just a nice to have. It is a total game-changing competitive advantage. Okay, so what does it actually take to become this strategic orchestrator? Well, it's going to require a completely new toolkit of skills. Let's break down some of the absolute essentials. First up, MLOps. Now, if you've heard of DevOps, think of this like that, but for machine learning. It's all about managing the entire life cycle of an AI model, from building and testing it all the way to watching how it performs out in the real world. This is a brand new, critical area of oversight. Next up, just talking to an AI is now a core skill. I mean, getting something truly valuable out of a large language model isn't magic. It's a skill we call prompt engineering. It means you know how to write super clear instructions, give it good examples, and tweak your questions to get exactly what you need, while also being smart about the security risks. And this one. This might be the most important piece of the whole puzzle. IT leaders now have to own AI governance. That means making sure the data feeding the models is clean and trustworthy, overseeing all the testing, monitoring the models once they're live, and, this is huge, handling the ethical oversight and audits needed to use AI responsibly. It's a massive new responsibility for sure. I know, this all might sound a little daunting, but the path forward can actually be structured and totally manageable. Let's walk through a practical roadmap for how you could make this transition. A journey like this one, broken down over a year, makes this whole upskilling process feel so much more achievable. You start with the basics, then dive into the technical details with hands-on labs. After that, you apply what you've learned in a real pilot project before you really aim for mastery. It's a marathon, not a sprint. I think this quote from the source report just hits the nail on the head. It really captures what we've been talking about. We are not just talking about plugging in some new tech. This is about completely rethinking the entire purpose and value of the whole IT function. So we kind of circle back to our first question, but now we've got a much clearer path forward. This shift is happening. The tools are here. The only question left is a personal one for every single leader out there. How are you going to prepare to lead this change?